Hey ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. As always, it is Nick here, back to your daily crypto news and analysis. And today we're going to be talking about Hedera and HBAR, so let's just dive in. And let's start off with this tweet here. So what do you see? We're excited to announce that the new Google Cloud Web3 starter program has launched with benefits for builders on the Hedera network. This will enable startups to build world-class scalable applications, with the resources of Google Cloud and the HBAR Foundation. So this is actually very large. And we do see through this program, Google Cloud will help startups on Hedera to build on its fully managed serverless platform at no cost, as well as provide the resources and community to build a world-class dApp. Devs building on Hedera benefit from the carbon negative, high speed, low fixed fees, and ABFT security of the Hashgraph. Alongside this, a rapidly growing community and global governing council add an extra layer of stability and longevity for institutions and retail alike. As part of the Google for Startups Cloud program benefits, startups are eligible for up to $200,000 over 2 years in Google Cloud credits, support from the HBAR Foundation, Google Cloud technical and collaboration support, as well as Web3 specific benefits, early access to Google Cloud Web3 products and roadmap, hands-on learning labs and Google Cloud courses, gated Discord channel with Google Cloud Web3 product and engineering teams, VIP access to Google Cloud Web3 community events. We greatly look forward to welcoming the next wave of builders onto Hedera, the open source public network for everyone. And yes, I do think that this is absolutely massive. I think that this is incredible because, again, not only are we starting to see the dev side of things expand rapidly on Hedera, but this is a huge gateway to something as large as Google Cloud. And it really does show the value of Web3 and where Web3 is headed. So this is a huge announcement. And also, we did see Google Cloud announce it over here as well, which was huge for the entire community. Because again, Google Cloud is a major account. They have almost 500,000 followers. So love to see it. And yeah, I think that this is awesome. And it does show just the scope at which Web3 essentially is becoming. I think that Web3 will soon prove to everyone just how early we are, but also soon I think that this is going to expand rapidly going forward on in time as well, with a lot more other companies on the scope of Google Cloud coming over to the Web3 space and innovating within it. And I think that that's going to be very exciting once we do start to see that happen. But also over here, we do see from Brady, we do see, okay, y'all, Diamond Standard on Hedera is wild. Case study dropping soon, but quick little preview. First and only tokenized diamond market, $50 million of tokenized diamonds on Hedera, $2.5 million worth of trading volume, Bitcarbon token for DeFi/fractionalized investment launching, also Masterworks.io. If looking for a network that allows for tokenization/transfer of art at incredibly low cost/fixed fees, fractionalization, and responsible governance, recommend checking out Hedera. Happy to chat with the team and we could help solving liquidity. And yeah, I think that Diamond Standard is going to be a big one. We do see financializing the $1.2 trillion diamond commodity asset class. When you go over to their website, this actually looks very solid in my opinion from a full-on overview of just the website itself. Very simple, very clean, and I personally like this. And they do have some nice strategic relationships already in place with some large names like even Deloitte. I think that this is going to be a solid case study for Hedera. Remember, tokenization on Hedera is starting to take over at a very rapid pace. And I think that's only a matter of time until we start to see more and more of this. Very exciting, very incredible. And also, this was not the only major announcement that we've seen today alongside Google Cloud. Guess what? So, Abrdn. This has been a company that we've been focused on quite a bit since October of last year. Obviously, the scope of Abrdn is massive. This is a huge company. They have 500 billion pounds under management. And if you guys don't think that I am being honest with you guys, here you guys have it. We manage and administer 500 billion pounds of assets on behalf of our clients as of December 31st, 2022. So again, this is a very large company. They have a huge amount of things going on within the digital space as well, which I want to get into. But yeah, this is a company to definitely watch for, especially as they are a GC and they will be utilizing Hedera for DLT and DLT use cases around digital assets. And they want to really be a part of the digital revolution that is happening. And a few quotes from this, just to kind of rehash you guys' memory. What do you see? Becoming the first asset manager to be accepted to the Hedera Governing Council further strengthens Abrdn's position as a leader in the development of the digital asset ecosystem. We chose to join a number of leading global organizations on the Hedera Governing Council because Hedera's emphasis on strong governance, innovation, and sustainability aligns closely with our values. With rapid speed and asynchronous Byzantine fault tolerance (ABFT) security, Hedera offers a highly promising DLT solution for the fund management industry, and we look forward to joining them on their journey. The client-first mission at Abrdn aligns with Hedera's goal of bridging the resources of enterprises with the innovative capabilities of Web3, enabling users to benefit from a DLT infrastructure that maximizes efficiency. As Abrdn leads the investment industry's move into tokenized assets, the Hedera network provides them with the underlying technology to overcome barriers and offer an increasingly sophisticated experience to their clients who pay for the layers of services that contribute to managing their assets. And yes, as we do see up here, they did also have, I should say they took a stake in Archax. So Archax is actually a very interesting one as well. This is a regulated digital securities exchange, and they did this back in August. And the reason why I bring this up is because of what we're about to talk about. So yes, with how large this is, we recently just seen another announcement from Hedera. And we do see over here, we would look to use Hedera. We really see the opportunity is in the broader adoption of digital securities as the next evolution of the market infrastructure. Hashtag tokenization, sorry. This is the global head of alternatives, Russell Barlow, speaks at CF City Week. And yeah, this is very interesting. Now, we did see Parabolic HBAR actually respond to this and says, looks like Archax exchange plus Abrdn powered by Hedera. And yes, if we actually look over here, we do see UK asset management giant Abrdn leads Archax, a $28.5 million funding round. This goes back to November of last year. And this is actually a very large company from what I've seen, and we're going to look into it here in a second. But we do see that Archax actually allows institutional investors to custody and trade digitized securities, tokenized versions of real-world assets, alongside traditional securities and also cryptocurrencies. Now, with this, as we actually look into Archax, I think that this is actually a very large name. When you look into what they are doing, obviously it's right on par with tokenization of securities and things like that. But the names tied to this company is what really got me. So first off, you could see their investors, quite a bit of them, obviously. But this is not what really got me. Down here, tokenizers and issuance. So these are some of the largest names within tokenization. And in fact, I'm sure that a lot of you probably know a few of these. For example, I know Investix, they're a huge name. Propine, major name. Securrency, another one. A lot of these we've actually talked about with Ripple. Polymath is the one that was tied to Red Swan CRE, which was tokenization of real estate. That was the initial name that was tied to Hedera in the beginning of Hedera. We do see Securitize as well. These are some very large names. And there's so many other ones here as well. So again, I do think that Archax is another one to watch for very closely. But then their technology partners as well. Algorand's here. We also see R3. These are two very large names combined with the other 6 in the middle, but I'm more focused on Abrdn and R3 with this because I haven't really heard of these other ones, but that just might be me not knowing a few of these. But then also services and industry groups as well. And we do see DLA Piper. Again, another tied directly to Hedera. UCL, another tied to Hedera. This is very large. I think that this is a big one. I actually think that this could very well be in coordination with what Hedera is doing with Abrdn. I wouldn't be surprised if all 3 of them were working together because this is right on par with what they want to do, especially with tokenization of securities. This is a big deal. And we do see over here, asset manager Abrdn hints at tokenization plans using Hedera DLT. This got posted 23 hours ago. And we can see it all focused on tokenization. It's a huge use case. Listen, I've talked about it. The scope of which tokenization will essentially disrupt is well in the hundreds of trillions of dollars, which again is why I've always said, like, the overall market cap of crypto is not even, reaching it hasn't even reached close to its actual potential. But we do see down here that the asset manager emphasized the primary interest is in digital securities. These have all of the crypto benefits of on-chain rails, atomic settlement, and trading window. However, Barlow quipped that he wasn't sure asset managers were keen on a 24/7 work environment. Where we really see the opportunity is the broader adoption of digital securities as the next evolution of the market infrastructure. Now, down here, we do see public DLT as a preference. The asset manager pondered the public versus private DLT options. Personally, a lot of what we've seen has been on permission blockchains, on private networks. That doesn't feel as though it's the future. That doesn't feel like why all of us are here and why we're interested. It's really the idea of a much more open source and broader access. And again, this is why I say Hedera is the perfect choice for a lot of these major use cases. And I think that that's the number one reason why it really is getting chosen, but also the sustainability factor. Listen, go over to Abrdn's website, go to their corporate sustainability. It's the second one up here. You can look at this. They are focused on this. We do see down here, we have been integrating environmental, social, and governance considerations into our investment process since the 1990s. So this was a huge selling point, in my opinion, when they did come over to Hedera and they chose Hedera. I think that was a big one. Obviously, everything else alongside it was a great choice for them, but this was mainly, I think, a big selling point to them. And when we go over here to their digital asset space, on their website as well, you can see a few things around this. So one, we do see creating the digital multiverse opportunity. Our vision for a digital future. New technologies will change the way we invest as well as bring the benefits of investing in more to more people. DLT, a secure way of recording information such as ownership details in a decentralized computer network, will be the foundation of a new financial infrastructure. Think about that one more time. Will be the foundation of a new financial infrastructure. Over the next decade, almost all investments could be converted into digital assets using DLT. This will bring exciting benefits, including faster, safer, and cheaper on-chain trading and settlement, more efficient private markets, assets that are split up into more affordable units, making investments more accessible. More so like fractionalization. Like fractionalization is a huge deal. But this, if this does not get you bullish, I have no idea what to tell you. Abrdn literally chose Hedera, one, because of their technology, because of what they were doing, and also because of what they see behind DLT. This to me is extremely large. Over the next decade, almost all investments could be converted into digital assets using DLT. That sentence alone is exactly why I have been talking about DLT and crypto. It literally is the next frontier of not only investment opportunity, but also just investments alone. Tokenization, digitization, this is all the next, this is the historical part of technology that I love. It's where you get into something so early on before most people even catch on to what they're doing. But you can see all of the other major names like Abrdn, for example, a company that has 500 billion pounds under management. This is a company that sees the vision, sees the future, and understands what is happening here. This to me is so bullish. And when you see investing in the future right now, when it comes to understanding and embracing digital assets, we're at the vanguard of the asset management industry. That's because we've been preparing for the future in three important ways: products, access, and infrastructure. We're developing investment products that offer exposure to the technologies of the future. We're using these technologies to change how investors access our existing products. We're making strategic investments in the new DLT-powered market infrastructure, our digital conviction. We want to redefine what it means to be a modern asset manager. We're making strategic investments in and helping to operate the infrastructure that will determine the digital future. For example, and here you have the two main ones that I just talked about. So Archax, we're the largest external shareholder in the UK's first regulated digital securities exchange. Archax allows institutional investors to access blockchain-based digital assets and acts as a bridge to the traditional capital markets. Hedera, we're the first asset manager to join the governing council of this cutting-edge DLT firm. Hedera is at the forefront of developing enterprise-grade technology that will enable the migration of traditional investments onto the DLT ecosystem. I could not explain that in a better way. The migration of traditional investments onto the DLT ecosystem. Essentially, so you have Archax, which is the bridge, okay? And Hedera is the vehicle. This is so incredible to see. This is exactly why I say, as you look at tokenization and the scope of tokenization, I put a spotlight on it because the amount of money that will be tokenized and moved is going to be very, very vast. Investing into the infrastructure around that, though, is going to be so beneficial to not only your future, but your wallet itself. But also, guess what? Understanding it, being a visionary behind this before it even becomes a thing is so huge. It's an opportunity of a lifetime. As everyone is centered on quick gains, what's HBAR's price going to be tomorrow? What's it going to be next week? What's it going to be next month? Like, I'm looking at this and I'm like, man, over the next decade, where will Hedera be? Like, I really, like, I'm not even talking about value-wise either. Like, I'm talking about the actual name. Like, am I going to be walking around and I'm just going to see HBAR everywhere and, like, know the Hedera name and, like, everyone knows of what Hedera is doing? Like, that's how I look at the future around crypto and around some of these assets. Like, to me personally, Hedera is that name. Hedera is the name that almost everyone will know of. Understanding Web3, understanding the scope of Web3, understanding why these names like Google Cloud are jumping into this space and understanding this space and trying to, get a grasp at this space early and knowing where the space could eventually get to it's such a huge opportunity. It puts you ahead of so many. I would argue like 95% of the general public. And it might even be more, right? I mean, this truly is something special. And I do think that Hedera is one of those companies that is it has the special sauce. It has the special sauce that almost every single one of these companies want. And I think that it all comes down to not only just the efficiencies that we all know about, but it's the sustainability factor. As much as everyone wants to make a big deal about sustainability, like, it is becoming a big problem with a lot of these corporations and, these companies. They want to build sustainable solutions and opportunities for other major companies that want to utilize their products. Like, for an example, even like their clients and customers, all of them, right? They want to make a difference. So this is going to be a big move for them. They want to utilize Hedera because of that. So, like, to me personally, when I look at these companies and why they are choosing Hedera, it's clear to me. And it's clear to me why they won't choose, Ethereum and why they won't choose some of these other major networks. Hedera is the most sustainable network in this space. They are the highest grade security. They have incredible speeds. I mean, this is truly an all-in-one package for a lot of these companies. And Abrdn is one that I've been focused on for so long just because of the scope of which they really are. And it's one of many companies that are choosing Hedera. And soon you'll see exactly how large Hedera will be. And I know that we've been talking about HBAR for 2 years. But going forward on 2 years from now, this space is going to look entirely different. And another 2 years from there, it's going to look entirely different. This space continues to move 24/7. Some of these projects, I'm telling you, we haven't even scratched the surface. So with that being said, I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. If you guys did, definitely leave a like, subscribe to notifications on because of more free content. You guys are more than welcome to follow me on Twitter and join the free Discord down in the description below. As you all have a beautiful day or a beautiful night wherever you guys are on this beautiful world. This has been Nick. Peace out, guys.